You're listening to the S3 with JD, also known as the S3 Sports Show. This is the Diamond Dish edition today. I'm your host, JD. With me, as always, is my co-host, Lady M. Lady M, how are you today?
I am good.
Awesome. We've been really busy lately.
Yeah, we are.
We're moving. For those of you that don't know, we are actually moving to Scottsdale, Arizona, which is about a 7-hour flight from here. Actually, it's about a 30-minute drive from where we currently live, but
40,
it is
45 minutes.
It is
Feels like your whole life.
but it's night and day though.
Yeah.
From the environment and just crime, and we're moving on up to the east side, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy. Very, very happy. We've already got the keys. We've already started moving in. So if you see an interruption in our videos as far as time frames between videos, it's because we're busy moving.
Yeah.
So awesome. So if this is your first time checking this out, don't forget that along with our weekly baseball show, we also do weekly NASCAR and NFL shows. The NFL is actually returning this Friday. Why this Friday? Because the NFL draft starts on Thursday. So this Friday, NFL Talk returns. We're going to break down the first round of the NFL draft.
Yep.
Hopefully, our friend of the show, Jackson Smith and Jigba, his brother is an even bigger friend of the show who plays for the Pirates. His name's Kanan Smith and Jigba. Really great couple of guys. Make sure that you follow them on their journey. Awesome. Before we jump into that, let's give a shout out to Heroes Media Group. Heroes Media Group is a digital media branding and publishing platform committed to providing a voice for our community heroes and those who support them. For more information, please go to www.heroesmediagroup.com. One more housekeeping note: if you're watching the live on Facebook, make sure you type in hashtag live or hashtag replay if you're watching at a later time. Also, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for your support ahead of time. Coming up on this episode, who's hot? Who's cold? DraftKings picks for tonight's spotlight game. My DFS best bet. Why can't I talk today? Best bet and the baseball movie of the week. Lots to choose from, but it's a great movie. It's one of my favorites. But before we get into that, what's first?
Cycle headlines with jokes. Dad jokes edition.
You got dad jokes coming at you, but first, headline number one: Masataka Yoshida homers twice in the 8th inning for the Red Sox against the Brewers, including a grand slam. The Red Sox would score 9 runs in the inning and go on to win against Brewers yesterday. Basically his coming out party for the Red Sox.
I'm pretty happy with that acquisition for them.
That's pretty damn good play right there. What is Forrest Gump's computer password?
I don't know.
1 Forrest 1. Outstanding. Headline 2. With the Pirates placing outfielder Brian Reynolds on bereavement leave, they called up 33-year-old, 13-year minor league veteran Drew Maggi. Maggi has been called up once before with Toronto, but never played after 2 games and was sent back down. Maggi is a former Arizona State Sun Devil. His parents still live here in the Valley and have made the trip up to Pittsburgh along with his other family members to see him play, hopefully, against the Dodgers this week. That series starts tomorrow. So now we have 2 people to cheer for on the Pirates. We got Kanan Smith and Jigba. We got Drew Maggi. I love the story. Want to see him getting at bat at least.
Yeah, get his
get him on the field, man. All right. Have you heard, Lady M, about the plans to build a restaurant on the moon?
No.
It's supposed to have great food, but no atmosphere. Dad jokes, everybody. You love them. You love them. You know it. Last week we mentioned that Jake DeGrom had an injury and left his last start early. He actually came out and played pretty well. I think he came out played pretty well in his start yesterday. He had 11 strikeouts over 6 innings, only allowed 3 hits and 1 run.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so we got that going for him. No idea what's going on with the computer right now. Stupid stuff. All right, moving on. As soon as my computer live show. Wow, what is up? So, hey, while we got this brief moment, make sure again that you hit that like and subscribe on the YouTube. I promise you, the videos are much better when Adobe isn't trying to verify stuff.
The middle of the show.
In the middle of the
You had your
show,
chance.
in the middle of
Adobe.
recording podcast on their product, it just pops up licensing. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Awesome. Moving on. All right, what do we got next? Headline number 3. Headline joke
So
number
bad
3.
joke. Yeah.
Never date a tennis player. You want to know why? Because love is nothing to them. I like that joke.
That's a good tennis joke.
All right. Headline number
That's a good
4.
tennis joke.
Still perfect. The Rays improved to 13-0 at home to start the season. This ties the record for win streaks at home to start the season with the Oakland Athletics. Not this season's Oakland Athletics because they suck. Up next, the defending champion Houston Astros come to town to start their series later today. Last joke. I hate it when people say age is only a number because age is clearly a word. You know what? I'm actually going to shut down Adobe like right now. I am done with whatever it is that they are trying to do. Just stop. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop. All right. So with that being said, we got a lot of baseball games today. We're going to talk about a few of them, but we are going to move forward. I'm going to give you our DFS picks a little bit later on, and I am going to give you the best bets also coming up, but stay tuned to hear those. We are actually experiencing technical difficulties right in the middle of the show. This is why live video is awesome. What is Adobe doing? It's so stupid. All right, moving on. Thank you. Get out of here. All right, what's next?
Single. Which teams are on a hot streak right now?
Okay, so on a hot streak right now, I got your top 5 teams that are on a hot streak, regardless of their records. All right, there's a lot of people like, well, they don't have the best records, so why are they on your top list? Because they're not on the hot streak. You can have the best record, but have lost 2 in a row, right? And that sucks for them. So they are not on the list, or maybe they are, but record is not what I took into play. So at number 5, Philadelphia Phillies, 7-3 in their last 10, have won 3 straight games. Next up, they play the Seattle Mariners at home. Number 4, the Houston Astros. They are 7-3 in their last 10, have won 4 straight games. Next up, they are going to Tampa to take on the Rays. Speaking of whom, at number 3, I have the Tampa Bay Rays as one of the hottest teams right now. They are 7-3 in their last 10, have won 5 straight games, including being undefeated at home. They take on the aforementioned Houston Astros at home. They're in Tampa. Number 2, the Baltimore Orioles are 8-2 in their last 10. They've won 6 straight games. Next up, they play our Boston Red Sox. Yeah. Red Sox catching a team on a streak. Number 1, the hottest team in baseball right now, believe it or not, mentioned them a couple times already, the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's right. They are 8-2 in their last 10. They have won 7 straight games. They own the longest winning streak right now in all of baseball. Tomorrow, the Dodgers come to town. So if Maggie's going to get a hit, if he's going to get some playing time, more than likely it's going to be against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Next up.
Double. Which teams are on a cold streak right now?
All right, so you know who's hot, who's cold. Number 5, I've got the Detroit Tigers. 5-5 in their last 10, have lost 4 straight games. Next up, they got the team that that just lost, or excuse me, that the Red Sox just beat in their series, That's the Milwaukee Brewers, and they are going to Milwaukee on that road trip. The Chicago White Sox, number 4, they are 2-8 in their last 10, have lost 4 straight games. They travel to Toronto to start their next series. Number 3, the Oakland Athletics. Last week, they were number 1 on the cold streak, but a couple days ago, they managed to win a game. Of course they did. Why? Because this is how it works for me. I will go out there. I will do all the research. I will find the perfect. I looked at it. I'm like, oh, they've lost 9 straight. I'm going to bet for them to lose 10 straight. Put a bet on them. They win. They win. First time I bet on them all season. They freaking won. I did bet them on the next game, though. On the next game, they came out with a 2-0 lead in the first inning and then probably lost that game like 4.
Yes,
So the fourth bet, though. Stay tuned. All right. Number 2, the Colorado Rockies, 1-9 in their last 10. They have lost 3 straight games. They host the Guardians in their next series. Number 1, the team that is the coldest right now, they've lost 6 straight games. It's the Cincinnati Reds, 2-8 in their last 10, and they host the Texas Rangers. What's next?
Triple DraftKings DFS for Monday.
All right, so here we go. Monday night's game, St. Louis Cardinals at San Francisco Giants. Here's your team. At captain, expensive, extremely expensive. The captain's pick is always 1.5 times, I believe, their actual value. I've got starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, Jordan Montgomery. Put him in the spot. Why is he 1.5 times their actual value? Because you get 1.5 points. So you want to make sure you get a pitcher or at least a batter going up against an easy matchup against a terrible pitcher. But today I've got Jordan Montgomery, starting pitcher for the Cardinals, in the captain spot. At the first utility spot, I've got Alex Cobb, 11-2 out of that spot. He is the starting pitcher today for San Francisco. Next utility spot, I've got from the St. Louis Cardinals, I've got Tommy Edman at 7,200. Next utility spot for the Giants, I got Wilmer Flores at 5,200. Next utility spot for St. Louis, I've got Jordan Walker at 4,600. And then final utility spot for San Francisco, I've got Darren Ruff at $3,800. They give you a budget. You got to fit all those players in, including your high, sometimes for price, captain spot. So Jordan Montgomery, Alex Cobb, Tommy Edman, Wilmer Flores, Jordan Walker, and Darren Ruff. That's the team to beat for tonight's St. Louis Cardinals at San Francisco Giants game. The best bets that I got the Angels minus 1.5 tomorrow. Tomorrow's bet, minus 1.5 at plus 120. They are hosting the A's. Plus 120, which means you'll get more than twice as much back for your bet. I think that's a stellar bet. A's are 1-9 in the last 10 games. They've allowed 43 runs over the last 5 games. Angels won their last series against the Royals. Offense showed up yesterday. They scored a total of 14 runs in their last series, and pitching staff did have 1 shutout. Mason Miller will be on the mound tomorrow for the A's. He's made his only career start last week against the Cubs in a no decision. Guy's got 1 start. Now you're going to put him up against Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. I'll take that bet. I think the Angels should cover easily. Last section.
Home run, baseball, movie of the weekend.
Movie of the weekend. This segment by the way is brought to you by the No Boss, No Rush couple. Movie lovers, if you love in-depth reviews of both classic and newer movies, then you need to check out the No Boss, No Rush couple on Facebook and on YouTube. Also, check out their clothing and product brand, No Boss, No Rush, by clicking on the link in the pinned post at the top of the Facebook page. And if you're watching live, then I'm going to do you one better, and I'm actually going to go ahead and show you that address right there on the screen. The magic of live video. No boss, no rush.myspreadshop.com. Take advantage of the great deals. No boss, no rush. With that being said, the baseball movie of the week is The Rookie, 2002 movie. Texas teacher and baseball coach agrees to try out for the majors if and only if his high school team makes the playoffs. This is based on a true story. Directed by John Lee Hancock, writer Mike Rich, starring Dennis Quaid, J.D. Evermore, and Rachel Griffiths. What's Dennis Quaid's greatest movie, you think?
I know who he is. My brain immediately locked up and
There's
refused to
two.
give me any. I know.
There's two that I like. The Day After Tomorrow,
Okay.
and Inner Space. 1987, Inner Space with Martin Short. Hilarious movie.
Martin Short. I'm not sure I've seen that one.
Oh, we got to watch it.
Yeah.
Totally got to watch it.
Put it on the list.
Inner Space. Check that movie out. But also check out The Rookie. That is our baseball movie of the weekend. Once again, make sure you check out our main sponsor, Heroes Media Group. You can learn more about them by going to www.heroesmediagroup.com. Check out myself on Twitter at Smutside, SMAAHCSIDE. Follow Lady M on Twitter at LadyM_S3. And look for the DraftKings picks for myself on our Twitter and Facebook pages for both NASCAR and Daily Baseball DFS. That's it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Until next week, I'm JD with the answer to the trivia question I never asked. He hit a pigeon. If you didn't follow last week's trivia question, that was never asked. It was a pigeon. Usually I change out the answer, but it's still remarkable. He hit a freaking pigeon. Baseball lovers, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you all should.
You absolutely know what I'm talking about. All right, don't forget to check out No Boss, No Rush.myspreadshop.com. Have a great day, everybody. See you Friday.
See you Friday.
Friday. Absolutely. Football. Talk